Hello everybody, SamuraiRevolution here, and we are in for Game 4, the final group game of the Team FFA tourney, and I am tuned in with a player that is going to the finals, Timinator2. Welcome, my friend.
Hello, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, very excited. I think this is something that I've had a few requests to have you in as a caster before too, so I'm excited to, have you on, and this is going to be a crazy game. I think this is, if you want to call it a group of death, you could, but this is one of those groups where anyone could win.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be on. We have some really good teams on here today. I've been a part of I think every single free-for-all tournament we've had on this channel so far.
Yeah.
I was in the finals for both the other ones, and I'm going to be in the finals for this one as well. And I'm super excited to see how it turns out.
Yeah, you got to pull home with a win soon in one of these finals, but definitely one of the most consistent FFA players.
Yeah, both the finals, everyone played super well, and I'm glad for them, and I'm hoping we can pull through this year. My teammate is very good this year. I've been having a great time with him.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you definitely have some fans. You do exceedingly well with Portugal always. We don't know how. Even when you get rushed, you have the best eco. But let's jump into this game. We'll see how you do in the finals, and we'll see who advances to the finals in this one. So let's start here in the Northwest. We got red and green together here. One of those names is going to be familiar to you. We have Heartworm and Scrubs McGrubs. And their team name is Naked Biden. And they're playing Japan and Portugal.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh, that's incredible.
There's some good team names in this one too. So.
Yeah, so I'm quite familiar with Scrubs. He was in the final for the 2019 tournament, and he won, pulling off a nasty pike rush, like an absolute unit.
Yeah, and then pulled through with Brits, which, as a Brits fan, fully appreciative. But here he's playing Japan. Don't know how I feel about that. We all know how strong Japan could be in free-for-all, especially with they keep their wonders up. So let's take a look at his deck. Let's jump in here and see what he's got going here. What are your thoughts?
All right, just give me a second. Scrubs.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at his deck. Oh, I don't think he's selected it yet, has he?
He should have. It should come in here in a second.
Okay, maybe I'll try to reselect him because it's not showing me his deck. Yeah, no, it's not showing me. But I'm assuming it's going to be the FFA deck because it's called FFA deck.
He has a no rush 20, it says. So I can speak through some
of these. Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah, so he has advanced wonders in here. Oh, you got it? Okay, sweet. Go ahead.
All right, no rush 20. Yeah, this is kind of bugged right now. I'm not entirely sure why. Okay, so he's got Yumi Archer attack, but not Ashigaru attack. So it looks like he's going to be focusing a lot on archers, which can be a little bit dangerous, especially if Wood runs at the late game. He's got all their powerful eco upgrades. Oh, but he's missing actually one of the daimyos. So potentially less military units on the field there.
Yeah, H3, yeah.
He's also got good faith agreements, which is very interesting. It makes your consulate units arrive faster. And it costs less to research them, so he might be going for lots of Hatamoto Samurai, maybe lots of Yabasume, because presumably in the late game you're going to end up with Japanese isolation on to give your units that attack boost.
Yeah, and one of the other, I like the cards here, the 2 rice paddy cards that sends in a rice paddy and also boosts your economy. Could work pretty well in a game like this if he has the time to do that.
Yeah, they're good, but they take such a long time to pay off.
They do.
So he's really banking on this sort of going to a long, grindy type game.
Yeah, it's the icing on top, right? You put it that way.
Yeah.
Let's check his teammate here, Heartworm. So Portugal. I'm just gonna let you take it. You are the Portuguese expert. How do you like this deck or not?
All right, so he's got the 700 coin shipment to try to get a fast age up. It's interesting, but ultimately I don't think it's very good in FFA. Because they have a strong fast fortress either way with the 2 town centers. He's also got land grab, which is a very interesting card. It makes all of your mills and plantations and livestock pens and stuff less expensive. Ultimately, I don't think it's worth it, but it can be good to try to get up those eco buildings early on. He also critically has the 2 Explorer card plus the Navigator for the dog. This can be very unbalanced in late games because they end up with something over 3,000 HP.
Yeah.
And so they can just soak up tons and tons of fire, and they only cost like 100 coin.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, it's crazy. Like in the treaty patch that ESOC also has on this patch, they've actually classified them as heavy infantry.
Oh.
So that skirmishers counter them, and they also reduce their HP by 750 when you send in Banderantes, the 2 Explorer card. So they've been nerfed extremely heavily.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've seen my request for DE video, but up there is this exploit. I mean, it's not an exploit, right? But it's just, it feels like it at some point when you're just, especially if you have an infantry focused civ that has a lot of melee, it is rough to come up against.
Yeah, it can be very hard to counter in the late game. It's just one of those things. A lot of people don't actually know about it. I play a lot of treaty, and not many people use it.
Yeah.
Another thing in this deck is Team Gunpowder Infantry hit points. That's going to be very strong if his ally makes a lot of Ashigaru, but it looks like he won't because he doesn't have Ashigaru attack in there. So it may not be quite as strong with this composition.
Yeah, sure. I mean, really good options to go Yumi and Range Dragoons. That would be pretty crazy. So we'll see how they kind of field that up. Let's head to the... No, go ahead.
There's one more thing.
Yeah.
He's got improved walls, which is actually a lot worse in ESOC than it is on RE, because the initial hit points of walls have been reduced significantly, but Bastion has been buffed to counteract that. And so that card is like, it only gives you like 750 hit points or something ridiculously low like that. So I don't really think it's worth it.
Sure.
It is worth it on the RE patch though. He also doesn't have Edict of Nantes, which is the Portuguese church card, which is quite good. It gives the plus 20% meal gathering. Yeah. So that's really the only couple of changes I would make to this deck. But overall, very strong, heavy economic focus deck.
Yeah, some really good points. Just
no, he's also missing Team Artillery hit points. That card is vital in the late game.
Oh man, so no more buffed Flaming Arrows?
Yeah, Flaming Arrows with Team Artillery hit points are nasty.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Yes, anyway, sorry, we should probably move on.
That's all good. We're just about to hit 7 minutes in, and just want to note the huge orange/pink wall that's forming. So they're going for a nice solid quarter of the map there.
Yeah, I think I've fallen a bit behind you, so I'm just going to go on double speed.
You're good, yeah. Do your thing. So let's jump northeast here. We'll see how Tacos and XS Sapphire XX are doing here. Have a good combination of Portugal and Russia. And their team name here is a Crippled Taco. So we'll see. Let's jump in with Tacos himself in purple and see what he's got in his deck.
He just shipped in 700 coins, so he's looking for quite a fast Fortress Age.
Yeah, and interesting. No distributivism here, and has a couple unit shipments as well, so maybe more balanced, just in case they do get rushed. Has all 3 fort cards, and has a decent balance between. I mean, I guess a lot of late game stuff in here too. It's kind of interesting. He's got those units and a lot of late game shipments too, so kind of balanced them both ways there.
Yeah, so we might be going for some kind of rush. Might be going for some kind of just like in case have a defense.
Yeah.
What time are you on right now?
I'm at 8:10. Just hit 8:10.
All right. Yeah, I'm at like 10 seconds ahead of you.
It's all right. How's the future?
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. That is some crazy walling. Look at that. It's like half the map.
You gotta love it, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe trying to wall off these shrines so they don't get taken down. They can stay on those hunts. Let's check his teammate here. So let's check Teal. See what he's
just
got
one
going.
One thing about Taco, he's missing team Scout Cavalry, which increases cavalry HP, and that card is incredible with Portuguese as an ally. And that's the one card I would want to have in this deck.
It's a really good point, and yeah, it's a little boosted on ESOC patch, isn't it? I think.
I don't think so. I think it's still 10% plus 4 line of sight.
Okay, it's the same. Got it.
I think it's exactly the same.
Cool. See what his teammates got going here. Lots of Portuguese action in free-for-all, and Russia. I mean, those are the two most common civs, I would say. So in our Portuguese deck...
Yeah.
This one... yeah, go ahead.
He's got Treaty of Tordesillas. Sorry, that's what it is, not Edict of Nantes. Treaty of Tordesillas. I think I'm pronouncing that right. He also doesn't have the Explorer cards, so we're not going to see any Explorers from him, unfortunately. But he does have Team Artillery hit points, so this is quite a strong artillery deck.
Yeah, and he does have the Age 4 allies there, too, so... I mean, it doesn't hurt to have that card in, especially if they can get him to the legendary status.
Yeah, just 32 beats in the back, just putting in some nice damage really can help your unit mass. Lowers your unit turnover and can seriously improve your stats in the late game.
Yeah, and I mean, it gives him more space to put out Dragoons too, right? Because he will have that ranged infantry. He won't have to worry about Cazadors as much, maybe.
Mm-hmm. He's also grabbed the trade post in the center of the map, the Udasi. They've got some excellent upgrades. They've got the Explorer HP, which doesn't really matter for him since he doesn't have Banderantes. But it also has 10% gathering from mills and plantations, so just a nice, small, but solid upgrade.
It's good stuff. Yeah, I like this map because there's one in the middle. I think it's kind of... We'll see if there's some contesting on that. But yeah, they're getting walls up themselves, getting bunkered in. Looks like everyone's starting to wall off. Let's go to the wall masters here. Orange and pink. And really excited to see these guys. We have Dorito and Fritos combined. What a team. I'm just getting hungry as we speak. And let's look at pink here, who's Russia. Let's see what this guy's got in store.
All right. So again, no scout cavalry.
No.
So that's unfortunate. He's got boyars though, which is very nice, and he's got his fort shipments. Plus both of his infantry train times, but he is very lacking on economic cards here. So I think he may be going for some kind of rush, or like he's trying to end it early, or maybe trying not to be too big of a target by not having a super strong economy.
Yeah, he does have a small mass of Strelets and Cossacks right next to his walls there. So we'll see if that continues to grow or not. He does have Musketeers
it's 11 minutes.
As well.
It's 11 minutes in, so I don't think he'll be trying to attack with that. He would have been trying to get in earlier.
Yeah. It looks like the blue and yellow have a good mass over here anyways, getting troops in. Let's check his teammate out. Check out Dorito here with the British. What do you think?
Interesting deck. He's got quite a few economic shipments. He's got the Glorious Revolution, so we can get thin red line. He's got all his musketeer cards. No advanced grenades, which is always fun to see.
Yeah.
But he's got 2 infinite rockets and both fort cards. Very interesting. So it looks like they're going for a lot of forts, which are not super good in the late game.
Sure, especially versus Portugal, right?
yeah, especially versus Portugal.
There's a lot of Portugal here, so we'll see. I always love seeing rockets in action, so would love to see some infinite rocket behind some redcoats. But we'll see how they do. They already got a good portion of the map, so maybe putting their foot out a little early here, and maybe just trying to boom now that they got the land secure and everything. So we'll have to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're both missing quite a few economic shipments, so if the game goes very long, they're going to be at a serious disadvantage.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe they can get some good teams in and pull it through.
Yeah, so let's check the last team here, the Meta Breakers. You have Clemson Fan and Danzel92. These two played together in the King of the Hill tourney last summer, so this team is back again. And we have Spain and Aztec, so some fun combinations here.
Very interesting.
So
Aztec can be quite good in the late game, but they do have a serious weakness to skirmishers.
Yes.
But that can actually be covered very well by a Spanish ally, because they just build lots of artillery with unction, skirmishers with unction, and lancers.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things is being Spain and playing against Aztec and doing unction skirms. Because there's nothing your opponent can do. But it's also feels bad at the same time. So let's check Spain's deck. Let's see what he's got here. And this is on ESOC patch, so Spanish Gold has been played It is a very important card. You get 400 coin per shipment afterwards.
Oh, he's actually doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't think anyone would actually use this, but that can be quite a lot of gold, especially with Spain's faster shipments.
Yeah. I wonder if does that stack on top of the infinite 300 gold? If so, he has an infinite 700 gold shipment age 1. That would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
Although generally in long games like this, I prefer the 300 wood shipment, just so that you get the 300 wood. And if trees are all gone on the map, then you have something to build like barracks and so on with.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty. You would get a 300 wood and 400 coin shipment at the same time. That's sounding pretty good.
Yeah, that does sound quite nice. One other interesting thing that he has is Team Archaic Soldier Training. That actually synergizes like super well with Aztec, because that's going to make Mace Sultan and Puma Spearman train instantly with the appropriate cards sent in.
Gotta love that. Really excited to see his combo. I mean, historically, it kind of works. You could think about it that way, maybe not. But I'm really excited.
That's the most unhistorical lines I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man, you gotta love it. So let's check Danzel. Let's see what he's got here with Aztec, the encyclopedia, as some say. And what do you think of his deck?
All right, let's take a look. He does have the Puma temple shipment, so that delivers 12 Puma and increases their speed by 20%. So he might be actually going for some like super quick Puma raids. It might be really interesting to see. I've done it lots of times before on RE, and it's super fun. You can make like infantry boxes out of them where you put just one Eagle Knight plus 49 Pumas.
Oh man!
And it is glorious. It is glorious to see. So his deck, he's missing. Is he missing any of the economic shipments? No, I don't think he is. Aztecs actually have the best farming rate in the entire game on mills. He's got so many upgrades. He's got Chinampa, Great Chinampa, Grain Market, Sustainable Agriculture, the 10 villager shipment. He's also got High Priest of Exilton, so his War Chief can train Jaguars. That can be very strong in the late game. He also has Smoking Mirror, which increases the War Chief's speed and gives him area attacks. So he may just end up putting the War Chief in cover mode and using it to tank damage. That could be potentially very strong because he ends up with about 3,000 HP. Plus cover mode, that's 50% range resist. He has over 6,000 tanking potential against skirmishers.
Just listening to that just makes me laugh, but I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, that also got nerfed a bit on EP, or on ESOP rather, because there was a cover mode bug that if your War Chief died in cover mode and then you resurrected him at the fire pit, he keeps the range resist, but he doesn't lose any speed or any damage because of it. Yeah. So it was like super broken.
Yeah, that sounds nuts. So awesome stuff. Really, really good analysis there. And let's just take a look and see what's going on around the map here. So yellow has just a little bit of a wall going here. They're trying to close it off in the north west for them there, where green has several layers already leading to his base. And yeah, it's kind of funny looking at these walls. You have some sections that are really big and some sections that are smaller.
Yeah, it looks like he's really partitioning things off, just making different sections of the base. That could be potentially very good against Opry raids or just any kind of raids, really. Give him multiple layers to have to stop it.
Yeah, so 17 minutes, 20 seconds in, and looks like green and yellow are putting some pressure on, taking down some shrines. Japan does not have a military at the moment, so they should be able to do so pretty easily. He is building barracks ASAP, though. He's got 3 of them coming up right now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind you, so I'm just catching up right now. I'm on double speed. Oh, yeah, so I see he's pressing him with the Lancers plus some War Dogs.
Gotta love the War Dogs, man.
Yeah, and Dancel and Clemson are both H3 still. Wow, Clemson's on mills already. Looks like, ooh, and they've still got hunts in the back of their base. That's a tough decision.
Yeah, they got a few elephants there.
What time are you on right now?
I'm at 18:08.
All right, I'm almost caught up.
But yeah, like you were saying, there are 2 teams that are all H4, red and green up here, which are getting pressed now. They're age 4, and then Tacos and Sapphire up here also age 4. So well, it'd be interesting to see who goes age 5, right? That's always a huge advantage, getting the 50% eco boost as early as possible, and that really compounds if people don't get it quick enough.
Yeah, and Heartworm and Scrubs, they have absolutely massive scores right now compared to everybody else, quite significant. So there may be a team up coming just based on how high their score is. Hard to tell.
Yeah. And I love the base designs in this, right? You have people just laying out some really solid eco. Like, look at Red right there. He's got those mills distributed nice, got some TCs between them. Always love seeing the little bases that people build as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot on food. A lot on food. So about one plantation at the moment. Let me just move over to him real quick.
Yeah. He's going H5 right now. He's almost there. He is about to hit it.
Yeah, 19-minute age up. That's quite competitive.
Yeah, so no military at all, just going straight for the H5.
Yeah, and he's only got one layer of walls protecting him. So if Russia went for some Opry raids in age 4, he could catch him in a really vulnerable spot right now, especially with how paper thin walls are in the ESOP patch with no Bastion. Oh, but he's getting Bastion right now.
Yeah, I would be researching that ASAP too. Looks like purple here, Russia next to him, does not have any Opry. He's got a few streetlets and cannon, so isn't looking to put on a pressure. Maybe booming himself a little bit now.
Yeah, and Heartworm is fully boomed up. 20 minutes in, 99 villagers.
Power to Portuguese.
Yeah, Scrubs is almost fully boomed. He's very close. He's at 70 vills right now, so very powerful economy.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I'm going to guess they're probably going to go south here against yellow and blue. They've been putting the pressure on themselves, but at the same time, you don't want to leave Russia in the game. So there's a decision they're going to have to make there. Speaking of, purple did grab a trade post in the middle, and it's currently being taken over by pink, so maybe a little bit of a transition there. But it looks like teal and purple both grabbed those upgrades from the trade post, or native post. That's going to be pretty nice for them.
Yeah, it's not like super intense upgrades, but nice to have in a long drawn game like this. Gives you the little advantage.
Yeah. Let's check down.
So it's
see what orange
and quiet on the front.
Yeah, orange and pink are doing down here. They've been having a grand time doing whatever they want, really. Do have 2 layers of walls up now. Let's check their ecos.
No
Brits
Bastion yet, though.
Yeah, Brits is researching right now. He is going almost up to 4, and he has 1 million food, basically. So he's got to get that coin out here in a second, but they're trying to get all those villagers out first.
Yeah, I was thinking he might go for like South Sea Bubble or something, but he actually does not have that yet. Or have that in his deck, rather.
Yeah, and this would be a pretty good map for it. There's not a ton of wood. I mean, you have some patches here and there. It's pretty spread out, so we'll have to get some good land.
With the amount of land that they grabbed, it's not too bad. They have quite a few clumps in their base.
Yeah, it is true. They did grab a lot. That's pretty good for them. See, it is interesting, right? Because his teammate is Russia, and so their best, skirmisher kind of option is wood costing. So that could hurt him later on.
Yeah, so for this matchup, what would I go? I really like skirmishers in the late game. I don't like musketeers very much, so I would probably stick with just longbows, artillery, and maybe a bunch of dragoons.
Yeah, I mean, Russia's archers are... I don't know. Do they get card upgrades? I don't know. I don't play Russia enough to know.
Well, let me take a look.
Yeah,
my instinct says no.
They might have an H3 card.
Oh yeah, they do. They have just a cavalry combat card. So 15% attack and hit points for cavalry archers. But cavalry archers are just bad. There's no two ways about it. They're just not good. And we have some aggression up at the north. We have musketeers and carded howitzers. H4, not H5, but this is still quite dangerous.
Those are... Wow, they're flying in hot. Look at the amount of barracks that they put up right there on the border very quickly. So they're ready to go. And they're flying in. Russia's running for their life.
Yeah, so what does Russia have? Not much. He's got some Strelets, Streletsi, but they don't have counter-infantry rifling, and he has some cannons. So he's going to need to get some blockhouses up real quick.
Yeah,
he's using crack shot. He used crack shot. That's great.
Yeah. So
and it looks like some Yumi are coming in as well to reinforce, and some Ashigaru.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing here are these mortars, right? Once these mortars start shooting away, it's gonna be hard to get these buildings back up in time.
Yeah, and Taco does not have infantry. He does not have fencing schooling yet, so his units are still training quite slowly at this point.
Yeah,
so he's got to pull back, got to get an arsenal up, research counter-infantry rifling.
I kind of like this game plan, going H5 and just tossing out Imperial Musketeers onto the battlefield. They're going to be hard to deal with. These mortars are coming back here. I'm at 2420 right now, and they're about to hit away at this factory.
All right, so I'll speed up a little bit.
Yeah, they're flying in hot. They are going down pretty quick, though. They aren't the strongest right now. As you said, they weren't upgraded.
Yeah, he has not upgraded them yet. He has not upgraded his guerreros either. So if the Portuguese and Russian can get in an army pretty quick, I think they'll be fine.
Reds did. They just went Imperial. They just did. But Teals are not right now, so...
Yeah. Ooh, yes, they do have Imperial guerreros, but no upgrades on them, so... Not too bad now. I would be much more scared right now of like a big Dragoon mass, because that is just so hard to counter as these two... Or as Russia, at least.
Yeah, lots of Teal Musketeers coming out. One factory is down. It looks like the second one's going to be going down here. He's got a good set of Musketeers sieging that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not looking good. They just do not have the unit mass to combat this right now.
And that's one of the things with free-for-all, right, is if you can just get the timing right, you have such a huge advantage. No matter where you're at in the game.
Yeah, and Taco's running quite low on resources.
Teal is getting Imperial Musketeers sent in right now. And then Gunpowder Combat right behind it.
Okay, they've actually got a pretty good unit mass up at this point, so there is a lot of potential here for recovery.
I love how it's just infantry just shooting at each other. It just looks so good.
Yeah, so right now, if I was red and green, probably getting some artillery and some castors out right now. Oof. And Taco still doesn't have counter-infantry rifling, which is pretty vital against this composition.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful. They do get boosted from Portuguese team. That team card, right? I don't know if he sent that in.
Let's see.
Sent in yet.
He has not sent it in.
Wonder if let's check the other side. I wonder if Heartworm sent it in. Not yet either. So they're just running on their own upgrades right now. He does have some Castadors on the way.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Yeah, and they have a really good forward base now. Japan tossing out several barracks right in the corner of the base. Really good positioning.
Yeah, green still does not have any shoguns or daimyos yet. So that would really beef up his force if they were to come in. But Russia's got a good mass out right now, so it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, there are a lot of Strelets out. I'm really surprised there's no artillery. This is just asking for organ guns somewhere.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but...
Or even horse cannons from Russia.
Yeah, Taco's put an amazing line out of blockhouses. He's got almost 5 of them out now. So there's a little bit of... I mean, at least he'll be able to get good production, but there's a little bit of defense there too. And Heartworm is now training horse artillery, so those are on the way.
All right, very good. That is a good choice. I actually prefer organ guns. They're just so much more population efficient. But horse artillery is a good choice as well.
And they sound good too, right? Cool.
That is true. They have an incredible sound effect.
Some good thumps going there.
All right, so what do we do here? If I was Taco and Sapphire, gotta get some artillery, gotta age up to 5, get the economic upgrades.
Yeah. Horse artillery is on the way. We're at 28 minutes. They're coming in hot. And they're in great position to put some work in here. But it's at, I mean, there is a lot of infantry here from Sapphire and Tacos.
Yeah. So if they can maybe catch them a little bit out of position, then they could take out the horse artillery and potentially push them back. Ooh, but hussars are coming in and horse artillery. This is going to be brutal. Boom. What time are you at right now?
I'm at 28:30.
All right, just a little bit behind.
It's all right. It's the free-for-all casting life.
Yeah.
One of us is always in the future.
Yeah, so they've got a good mass up, so it looks like they may be able to take this army down. But they're not taking cost-efficient trades here.
Yeah. I mean, Purple really has not been losing many streelets. He's just been sending in some Cossacks here and there, but hasn't been losing too many.
Yeah. But Sapphire's been losing quite a few, and they're falling behind in economy, because Taco is still age 4, so he's not getting that sweet 50% gather rate.
Yeah, and he did lose his factories, so that is a huge blow.
They
Sapphire
both did.
Sapphire does have one factory up still, so
Yes, he
he'll
does.
take that. So the attack has been stopped. Looks like Yumi are going to start coming out here from the Japanese. Yumi behind walls. We all know how that works.
Yeah, but if they even get a moment of respite, Taco needs to age up and get those economic upgrades immediately, because otherwise, no matter what they do, this will be a losing fight cost effectively.
Yeah. The Imperial is just, as soon as someone goes Imperial, you have to go Imperial ASAP.
Mm-hmm. I think the answer here might honestly be just pull back, build a whole bunch of Opries, and just raid them, because they are looking freshly wide open.
Yeah.
They've got like 3 layers of walls, and then just boom, 99 villagers.
Let's quote you on that one. It's that easy. I love it.
Like, he doesn't have any partitions in his economy like Green does. If they just knock through those 3 layers of walls, he could get easy 50 villager kills, easily take down the Shogunate,
Yeah.
the Golden Pavilion plus Red's factories. Now, I don't like Opry raids that much, but I think in this case, it would be super effective.
Yeah, there's a time and place for... I mean, really, once you get Imperial, any cav raids to an extent, right? Like Hussar, Imperial with their siege upgrade from the Arsenal do great work as well.
Yeah. There's nothing like Opry just melting through everything.
Well, I guess Puma Spearman, right?
Yeah. Hard to say. I think Puma might be a little bit more population efficient, but they're slower.
Yeah, but they're fun to watch. They got a cool running animation.
And those headdresses they're looking at, what absolute units!
Yeah.
Imagine how much that must hurt your neck after a while.
Yeah, that is something else. So Fort is trying to go up here. It is not going to be able to. There's cavalry coming around the side and taking it out.
Yeah.
And there are so many Yumi out right now. They got to get some artillery or cavalry or something, because there's no
this
way.
is gonna be very hard.
I mean, that's the thing
They
about
do have-
archers, right? Is that once they get in a position, they just keep firing. You gotta get in the melee. They're just gonna do too much damage.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you do against this? You need artillery, and neither of them are training any artillery right now. Unfortunately. But yeah, everything between Clemson's team and Frito's team is all peaceful. So if they just don't keep fighting, they might come out seriously economically ahead of Heartworm and Scrubs.
Yeah, they're having a great time over here. We'll see. I mean, like you were saying earlier, Dorito and Frito don't have necessarily the best late game cards. So there is a point where they probably should attack. So we'll see if they decide to at some point.
Yeah, Clemson is also missing quite a few eco upgrades, so they might have a pretty good chance in the long term against that team. And Aztec coin generation is just terrible compared to any European civilization.
Yeah.
So I think what might happen here, they take out purple and teal. I think there's a good likelihood of that happening right now. And then both the other teams team up on Scrubs and Heartworm, take them out. They battle for first place.
Man, brutal stuff. Could happen with if their scores stay up there. Could definitely happen. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Do want to give a shout out to the Imperial Lancers. They look absolutely fantastic with the checkered shield. And
yeah, they are pretty stunning.
That is class.
Yeah. Oh, that's they fixed that knee sock, didn't they? I don't think that's an RE.
Yeah, it's not an RE.
Oh yeah, that thing is beautiful.
Some good stuff there.
Almost as cool as all of the Aztec headdresses.
Almost, but not quite.
Not quite, not quite.
So Yuumi are currently sieging down the fort. There's just too many. There are too many Yuumi, and red is putting the pressure on in the back of purple's base. It's not looking good for these two players. I mean, there's always a chance for survival. We saw in some of the previous games. You know, if you stay alive, especially if you're Imperial, there's always a way back. So we'll have to see if they just continue to push through here.
Yeah, you definitely can come back from this, but they are going to most likely lose this fight. Against this big of a mass, I don't think they can take it back.
Oh, definitely losing the fight, but the question is, are they going to be able to rebuild elsewhere? But there's only so much land available on the map, so that's always the question too.
Hard to say. Hard to say if they'll be able to stay. If Heartworm and Scrubs don't get attacked, then they'll probably just hunt them down to the death.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, right? If you attack someone, you gotta get the game-winning blow. If you don't, they're gonna be after you the entire game. So if Scrubs and Heartworm do not get attacked, they'll be looking good. But if someone comes under their TC soon, it's gonna be a hard road for them the rest of the game.
Yeah, and Scrubs still hasn't sent in Way of the Bow or Yuumi attack, so those Yuumi are gonna get significantly stronger.
And they're already doing so good.
Although he doesn't have his Daimyo in yet. He doesn't have, his Shogun in yet. So yeah, he can stack a lot more buffs on top of this.
I mean, you gotta say, though, pretty good execution from Heartworm and Scrubs. You know, getting to Imperial and then immediately putting pressure on and not messing around. I do like that play.
Yeah, it was quite good. What time are you on right now?
I'm at 35:30.
All right, just gotta catch up a bit again.
It's all right. We're just always in the future over here.
Yeah, your computer's too fast.
I don't know. It's weird how it does that, right? I mean, there are sometimes when I've done it with people and I'm the one that needs to catch up, and it's goofy.
Yeah, very odd. Yeah, if we look at Heartworm, though, I think he has a bit of trouble keeping up his mass since his barracks are so far away. Like, you can see he's got barely any units on the field, and then he just randomly has, like, big waves of training troops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in late game fights like this, you really want to keep your unit mass up really high, because then you're getting the maximum firepower out of it.
Yeah, that's good points. Doing just take note in the south, Danzel is trying to chop wood outside of his base a little bit there between the border of him and Pink, so we'll have to see if that causes a war. I'm not sure what Pink's stance is yet, but he does have a few troops on the outside ready to go.
Also, he has Imperial Opry upgraded already, so who knows what's going to happen down there.
Yeah. I will say, though, Aztec, probably a pretty good counter for Opry as well. As long as they can get over there, those Eagle Row Knights always do work.
Yeah. All right. I'll be back in just 1 second. I'm just going to grab some water.
Do it. So back and forth action. I mean, it's really just been a continuous push. There was a really good initial counter here from teal and purple, but man, you gotta say with this consistent press, It's not looking good for them. The forts are still coming up all over the place. It's really their last sword defense, it looks like. But at the same time, man, I don't know where they're going to go. They're going to have to go out here. And there are cav raids out here. No way. Not looking good for these guys at all. They're going to need some help. F in the chat. It's just not looking good. I mean, really strong team, though. I was thinking these two guys could put in some work, but immediately put under intense pressure. Look at these Yuumi, man. They're sieging down the fort. It's almost hard to watch at this point. But these cav raids here are really big. That's going to be huge, stopping them expanding. Just really good positioning there. Oh man, the south is getting heated too. So what you missed, are you here? There you have your
yes, I'm back.
So red put some intense raids on the outside of teal and purple's base and killed any villagers that were trying to flee. So teal and purple are totally enclosed into their base right now.
Ruthless. That is ruthless.
It is completely ruthless. Also on the south, the arms race has begun. Orange and teal are gearing up for war.
And he's got those legendary Pumas, and they have 96 siege attack.
You gotta love it. Poor Pumas don't get enough love. When I first did my nation reviews, when I first did Aztec, I don't even think I covered the Puma and Spearmen. I was like, why cover them when you have Eagle Rare Knights?
Yeah. The Aztec roster is really heavily weighted towards countering cavalry. Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate.
Purple here is against the wall. The cavalry is right here. Oh my goodness.
He's hiding his last villagers.
They're trying to run over. 39 minutes, 10 seconds in. Musketeers are desperately running over here to help, but oh boy, it's not looking good.
Oh, and teal is fleeing as well.
Meanwhile, the yellow and blue army is advancing. Come on. This is what we want. As soon as one battle ends, a new one begins.
Yeah, oh wow, those lancers are beautiful. Man, I wish I had that in RE.
Yeah, that looked good.
So what are we facing? We're facing Puma and Garicicho. What do we do against that? What are you thinking? Artillery and goons, maybe?
Can just resign.
Oh,
no. Oh man.
It's the only way.
I would say definitely goons. Maybe goon longbow. I mean, it's always a good composition, but the thing is with the lancers is once they get in the melee, especially against infantry, right? They just put in the work.
Yeah, but melee infantry is just not as valuable in these laggy late game fights because they really just don't attack as much as like ranged infantry do, or ranged cavalry even. Yeah, I really hope we look the Garicicho. I'm at 40-25, but they're literally just standing around doing nothing.
Yeah, I see that too. And they're a really good play against Russia, right? I mean, the Lancers do a great job versus even Russia Musks if they got full upgrades and unction.
Oh yeah, it's no contest.
So Puma Spearmen are coming in hot. They're putting some big pressure on here. Like you said earlier, the Chief is one beefy boy and is taking several volleys to the face and is fine.
Yeah, yeah, he's crazy. He's got almost 4,000 hit points on there.
Yeah, my frames are struggling too, so
yeah,
we're gonna be right here for a minute.
Yeah, so we've got the Puma pretty much dead at this point. It's so hard late game with melee infantry. They just don't. They're just not a good play in the late game, except under like very specific circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Aztec composition here has got to be Eagle Runner Knights.
And it'll do great, right? I mean, the best counter for them probably longbows, but there's only so much wood. And I mean, I guess they do have a lot of trees, do they? Oh no, they went through most of the forest. Wow.
Yeah.
There's not a lot left.
And it looks like they're pretty stubbornly going for redcoats. All musketeers right now. So if he just massed up a whole bunch of Eagle Runner Knights, that would counter this very nicely, I think.
Yeah, and he's got mace coming in too. So yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Let me check. He actually does not have the card for Mace. They have a temple card for them that increases the range.
Oh, wow.
So they would have 18 range, so that might not be half bad.
I mean, this is pretty nasty. You have Eagle Runner Knights in the back, Unction Cannons, and Lancers in the front.
Yeah.
That is a lot of attack in one group.
Now look at those Imperial Horse Guns, 356 siege attack. That is madness.
And they're having a shooting fest.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the damage cap is on Imperial Horse Guns. Like, I'm not sure if it rounds out well. So they might be doing less damage than you expect.
All I know is there's cannons in the back, and they're just shooting freely. That's... Oh, gosh, there's some good hits here, too.
Yeah, what time are you on right now?
I'm at 42:40.
Okay, so I'm only like 20 seconds behind. But yeah, it looks like Aztec and Spain are having a bit of trouble keeping up their unit masses. It looks like Aztec only has about 20 or 30 units out at a time, and they just train so slow.
Yeah.
You really got to get the fertility dance on that.
That's why I hate playing Aztec in the late game. Just like, as soon as you get some momentum, you gotta turn off the attack dance and start doing the fertility dance, like you're saying.
Oh, he's also shipping in Janny the Pet Jaguar, which gives 35% increased stats, attack and hit points to Janny the Pet Jaguars. Those things are incredible.
It is disgusting.
And you can retrain them with the War Chief.
Yeah, I mean, their name is Janny, so if that doesn't say anything, then I don't know what else will.
It sounds like a very modern name. It's kind of weird.
It is kind of weird.
Oh, there they come. Look at that, 41 rate hand attack. That's not bad.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he's also at just 167 pop, and he's got like 20 units in queue, so he's really got to focus on massing up, I think.
Yeah.
Because with fast training from the Russians, they can really spam out their musketeers super quick.
So just trying to check in the rest of the map. I don't know how Teal and... Oh, Teal has a town center here with... They're right next to the battle, dude. They're just north of the battle. They have a town center right there. Oh, that's amazing. I hope they stay alive.
Yeah, I hope so too. That's so funny.
That's awesome. So now they're starting to push through. Yellow and blue are definitely making big gains. Musketeer looks like the composition for orange and pink, but it's starting to just get taken out one at a time.
Yeah. It is a pretty good composition, but you need to mix some culverins.
They're here. They just arrived.
They're coming. Speak of the devil.
Spoken into existence.
Yeah, but if you can just keep the Mask of Musketeers up, they'll do fine against this because they are very efficient, especially against Eagle Runner Knights. Eagle Runner Knights can pump out a ton of damage, but they cost so much. It's 150 resources, so 50% more than a Musketeer.
Some really good points. And I mean, I think the thing is too, right, is these Musks can get really boosted, especially if puts in the thin red line. I don't know if he has, it probably hasn't yet, but they can definitely get up there.
No, I don't think he has, because the speed is still 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, he needs to get his arsenal upgrades, actually. Let me check his deck.
Yeah, once Brit's Musks do get up there, man, they are very solid. Like, they're just solid all-around unit.
Yeah, he is running low on food. His coin is very high, though. Dorito.
Yeah, he is on. He is having a famine, dude. Low on food. He's got 0 food.
Okay, well, I think I'm a bit behind you then. Oh, yeah, he does. I can't see his upgrades, but I'm really curious to see if he's got his advanced arsenal upgrades at this point. I don't think he has, because he still has 4.0 speed on his musketeers.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know if I can see. If I click on an arsenal, will it tell me? Where's his at? I don't think it'll tell me.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
He has sent an advanced arsenal, though, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. But man, here come the Eagle Runner Knights. They're in mass. They're throwing javelins like a madman.
Oh, yeah. Once you get to this mass of Eagle Runner Knights, it's so hard to counter with musketeers. You just can't build them fast enough.
Man. It would be not. This is where rockets need to come in, right? Like, the musketeers are so much more effective with some artillery behind them, and yeah, it's just not looking good now. Especially since they lost that choke point advantage, you know. All these units are gonna be flying in.
Yeah, what you really want here is skirmishers, but neither of their civs have skirmishers.
Yeah, that was exactly what we were talking about earlier too.
Yeah. Yeah, you really got to watch out with British Russia because they just don't have any good skirmisher options.
So unfortunately, Teal's town center is gone. I have no idea where his explorer is at.
Oh. Yeah, I wasn't even watching. I must have missed it go down.
It's not looking good for him. But he is not resigned yet, so there's something alive somewhere.
The spark is alive.
Spark is alive. We'll have to check on that later. I see Purple's villager. Purple has a villager right in between pink and red, or pink and orange walls. Some excellent placement there.
Nice.
And XP is flying everywhere here from Danzel.
Yeah, from Scrubs, or sorry, Clemson.
Such a good combo.
Yeah. Yeah, those horse artillery are putting in so much damage. They need to counter them. They need something.
They got howitzers coming in too, baby. Unction howitzers. They're not imperial yet, but I'm sure they'll still do a great job of being unction.
Yeah. Not like super neat at this point. They've got plenty of siege with the horse guns, especially with unction, but always nice to have. Oh, there's a red villager building walls around the Russian explorer. That's so funny.
That is a nail in the coffin.
That's just disrespectful.
That is straight up disrespectful.
I don't really think that orange and pink have made anything except musketeers and artillery.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is their game plan. Eagle Runner Knights are really weird to come up against, but I mean, I think the issue is too, right? Is there's lancers to deal with too. It's not like there you can just spam out musks and
yeah,
you know, or I mean longbows and just be okay. Those lancers will slice through them pretty quickly too, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, I think musketeers would have been fine, but they are missing like a ton of eco upgrades, so their eco fell behind very quick. And also they just didn't have any culverins to counter the horse cannons.
Yeah, so here they come, man. It is full on attack here from blue and yellow. No mercy. Pink and orange are trying to get south. Actually, they're relocating. Pink is running to the back of the base. They do have a lot of land to go through, so...
Yeah, it looks like it, but they actually don't have too much open space because they built all of their houses and mills with lots of room in between, so they have almost no room to build.
Yeah, that is amazing. Look how many barracks there are. Oh my goodness. That's incredible. He's still building more. He is building more barracks in the north of the base.
Yeah. What time are we right now?
49-47.
All right. Yeah, so Danzel's actually sending in Puma spears to take down a bunch of buildings. And those things have 6 speed. So that's almost as fast as like a hussar. That's crazy.
It's the hats, dude. The hats give them that
It
pace.
is. It's the headdresses, that's the only thing.
Oh, man. Yeah, this army is... I love the I love how the instant musketeers form a square formation around the blockhouse when they spawn in.
Yeah, that's... Oh, and he's actually catching the horse guns. I'm not sure what time it is if I'm off, but he took them down.
Yeah, he just did. You're right there with me. We do have Puma Spearman raids, but like you're saying, they're lagging because of the late game issues, so they're not really getting in there.
Yeah, the Aztecs actually have a card which gives Puma's 50% bonus damage versus villagers, but Danzel doesn't have it in his deck, although it would have been super fun.
That's a very fun card. It's like they're like, all right, how can we basically make an Oprinchnik but have anyone know?
Yeah. Yeah, nobody uses it because it's just not practical.
Yeah.
But it is fun when you can get it off.
That's awesome. So, I mean, the big question here is what are red and green gonna do? You know, do they attack while they know that blue and yellow is invested, or do they wait patiently?
Well, it looks like they're doing the gentleman thing, and they're going to wait. I would not advise that. You got to go in while you got to strike while the iron is hot, you know. But I do, I do like that they're doing the gentleman thing. I appreciate that. That's actually what happened to us. Yeah. That's what happened to us in Game 3, where they just waited and wanted to have a big all-out brawl with us, and it was very nice.
Yeah, definite respects to that kind of play.
Mm-hmm.
So this huge base, there have been factories going down all over the place. So these Puma Spearmen are just going in heat-seeking missile to a factory and going in hot. But this base is eventually just going to be wiped clean. That's how much time is it going to take is the question, I think.
Oh, I think Spanish actually sent in Team Hand Infantry Combat, because those Puma Spears have 103 siege attack.
And we do have an escalating cause here. There are pink Oprinchniks in the center of the map.
Yes! Go for it!
Ready to go. I don't know where he's going to go yet, but he is moving with them. We got to keep an eye on that.
He's probably going to go into Danzel's base, or at least try. I doubt he'll get in there, but he'll try.
He's going in. I'm at 52-40.
All right, so I'm like 20 seconds behind.
So he's thinking, all right, if I can't win the game, I'm just going to take him down with me. All right, and then we have...
Yeah, it's so hard, especially with Town Dance. I mean...
I just went up, yep.
Wow. 27,000 HP. That is insane. Like, what do you even do against that? Like, I've played in Supremacy games where Aztec players just send in that and get Bastion, send in advanced buildings or building HP, and they just sit behind these 30,000 HP walls for 20 minutes. And it's ridiculous. And you're just laying in your mortars trying to take down the walls, but they just keep building more.
Oh man, look how slow the Opry you're trying to get through. It's like you're trying to cut ice with a butter knife. Like, that's what it looks like right now.
It's like cutting frozen butter.
Oh man. They're continuing to take down the base though over here on the right side. So fair play to them. They're being continuous.
There's 15 Puma there. That'll destroy all this Opry rather.
Yeah, they're getting away.
Oh, it looks like the British finally got his advanced arsenal upgrades. He's got fully upgraded musketeers now.
There you go. Always satisfying when you have all your upgrades in for your units, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Pink's trying to relocate to the north, and Green's kind of building some walls around him. Like, I don't know what the deal is. Oh no, Red's sending in cavalry. What? They are going for the win.
They're walling them in. They're walling them in. That's so funny.
They are walling them in. Red and Green are going for the win today.
Surprisingly enough, Heartworm is ruthless, given the name.
Yeah. I have found the Teal Town Center. All the way to the south of the map, there is a Teal Town Center. That is the best thing. He is still alive. I absolutely love it. They get the best survivor status.
Yeah, I agree. It should be an award, an official one.
You know,
just give a badge.
Need to start making some awards for these games. Maybe little awards like that. We have, what are the ones that I gave out already? I can't remember. There was a nicest team award. That was definitely played at some point. I don't remember which one I gave out last game. But I think we have a Ruthlessness Award here from Scrubs and Heartworm, and we have a Best Survivor Award from Teal.
Oh, that is just mean.
Purple is out. Purple has resigned, so Teal is carrying the team right now.
Maybe they'll get third place. Who knows?
That'd be pretty good. Maybe second. Maybe he stays alive long enough to where everyone just forgets that he's in the game.
Yeah, he's up to like 3 villagers now. Good on him.
Oh, that's good stuff. Meanwhile, Pink's economy in the north is gone. There is no more economy. Musketeers are trying to come out. Brutal stuff right there.
Mm-hmm.
He does have a few TCs out, so in between the orange walls there. So we'll see what happens.
It looks like Scrubs actually sent in Stream of Enlightenment, so that's going to be pretty interesting. I thought that was removed in ESOC, but I guess not. Yeah, it around your explorers, around the Japanese explorers, it reduces their attack. So you can see that the musketeers down there have that little negative aura.
Oh, that's fantastic. Where is that at? Oh, I see it.
It's not being as big as an effect as I thought it did. It reduced their attack from 41 to 39, but if you get both of them in the same area, it's a lot more significant.
I think the biggest part is it's demoralizing to see this weird-looking circle around your units.
Oh yeah, that debuff aura, I hate seeing that so much.
It's just annoying.
Yeah, it is, and it breaks your heart. I worked so hard to build these units, and now you're demoralizing them.
Oh, man.
This is madness.
So when are red and green gonna attack? It looks like they're waiting. Looks like they're waiting to have this battle.
They're just walling off the whole map.
I mean, I would at this point too, wouldn't you?
Well, I probably would have just gone in for the attack, to be honest, but walling is a good choice too.
Tim's like, I would have already won the game. What are you talking about?
Well, it's just like, I mean, the economies are so asymmetrical at this point. It's going to be a hard sell for Danzel and Clemson to catch up with this. It can be done, but I think it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah. We'll see.
Especially when like one team is fighting, the other team isn't. I mean, it's very hard to come back from that.
Yeah, let's think about these matchups here. So you have Japan and Portugal versus Spain and Aztec. What are your thoughts?
Japan and Portugal really don't want to be making heavy cavalry. That's not their good unit matchup. So if Spain can build a whole ton of skirmishers and keep them alive with unction, they can trade very cost effectively against Portugal and Japan. Any other composition, though, I think will die to Portugal and Japan. So I think the composition here is skirmishers and Eagle Runner Knights, plus lots of artillery.
And what would you have if you were Japan and Portugal?
Against this, yeah, probably a similar thing, honestly. Dragoons. Oh, that's tough.
I mean,
if I have enough wood, I would probably go Yumi as the Aztec player, and then have the Portuguese player on skirmishers and dragoons, and then lots of artillery in the back.
Yeah, I mean, I would think artillery would be pretty. Maybe like some. Oh no, Danzel is attacking Teal.
Oh no, no, that's sad.
The No Mercy Award goes to Danzel 92.
It may have been an accident though. He may have just sent those units there by accident.
No, they are sieging the town center. This is no accident. This is straight up murder on the south. No, I'm joking. That is fair enough. I was actually excited. I was like, man, Teal might make it.
Yeah, it looks like Clemson is throwing up a little bit of a base where Orange used to be.
Yeah, that's fair enough. There is a Teal town center there too.
What time are you at right now?
59:50.
All right. Always behind, always behind.
So we do notice here that green has a astronomical amount of Ashigaru right next to yellow's walls. Does have a few flaming arrows, and there is an absolute ton of Portuguese mortars as well in the back.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused about this unit composition. This will die really easily to the composition that they're up against. I would have gone Yumi, and he also doesn't have all of the cards for Ashigaru in his deck.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a questionable choice, but we'll see how it works out for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the game plan here would just be to take down as many buildings as possible, and hopefully you're in towards the center of the base by the time you know, the army responds. If they attack now, I'm saying, but we'll see.
Yeah, they really got to catch them by surprise, because otherwise Aztecs puts on Town Dance, and then you're slow to a crawl.
I can't wait to see this. How many mortars does this guy have? Oh, man. We have 12 mortars. I can't wait to see 12 mortars versus Town Dance. That's the kind of matchup I live for.
It is so ridiculously slow. That is, like, it's a good card, don't get me wrong, but it is so annoying to play against.
Yeah.
Oh, and Heartworm, with very interesting names on his Explorer, he sent in Banderantes.
Alright, then he's getting the imperial upgrades for his Explorer as well. And he's
Yeah,
getting
this is going to be a
town center, so...
Going to be very tough composition to beat. Yeah, this is going to be hard. If one of them has spies, which I don't think any of them have gotten spies, they might see that they can sort of come in through the side. And there's like a lot less walls if we come in sort of from the middle and then work our way north.
Yeah, Pink's over here just barely staying alive with one villager in the south. Oh, looks like he has been found, though. I don't know if that's going to be the end of Pink. It's not the end of Pink. Pink still has something around over here. And Informers is played. Every time Informers is played, I'm just looking for an attack, you know? And
Yeah.
Teal is out. Teal has died. So, RIP to Teal. F in the chat.
Yeah, rest in peace. I'm not good at eulogies, but I would give you one if I was.
And Pink is also out. Orange
Oh,
has
and
one
Orange is-
Explorer in the north. I love it.
He is building a town center.
Yeah, buddy. You know what that means.
That's what Survivor Award. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. There are musketeers that have moved outside the green walls, and red mortars are moving in. They have declared that this is fair enough. That
Wow.
one of their opponents is taken care of. They're going to go in for it. I don't know. Oh, and the mortars are going on the way here.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta keep an eye on Danzel, see what dance he's doing. Still on attack.
Yeah, he is not on Town Dance yet, but I think that's going to be vital against this composition.
Yeah.
He also has not getting he's not getting the upgrades for his war huts, which I think is pretty important at this point in the game, because you get Town Dance on them and they have like ridiculously high attack. They're like killing units in one blow. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just a low wood count on this map, making it hard for him to do that.
But he does have Town Dance up now, so it's going to take them quite a while to get through, and they've got to be running back for their lives.
Yeah, I mean, if this is me, I'm definitely deleting the army and respawning.
Yeah, they do have time because of Town Dance. Oh, but they're already at the last layer of walls.
They're already there.
Oh no. Oh no.
So here we go. Look at the amount of mortars that are coming in. Oh my goodness. They gotta get over. They're stuck. Their units are stuck.
Oh no. And the missionaries just ran into a mass. What time are you at?
104.07. Yeah, we saw the missionaries get absolutely destroyed.
Oh, that's so sad.
They have been deleted now. The units are deleted. They need to train ASAP. Here they come. They're coming in hot.
Yeah, it's such a big mass at this point. Hard to say. I don't know what they can do against this.
Musketeers are coming all around. Mortars are just shooting away. Dude, the range on these mortars. I know you like it, Tim, but it's gotta get taken care of. Too good.
Yeah. In and of itself, I don't think it's like super game breaking or anything, but combined with the rest of their roster, it's just really powerful.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, right? You have, I mean, if they had only the ranged dragoons or only the ranged mortars, I would understand that, but the combo is pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's kind of nice that they have a really good late game, though, because their early game is just so bad.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And here we go. The Portuguese explorers are in. And they're going against the Chiefy boy. We have the duel of a lifetime here.
I'm really hoping that Danzel uses swashbuckler attack right now and just kills all of them.
They went down pretty quick. They just died, so.
And they did go down really quick.
Meanwhile, Green's trying to make some work back here. His Daimyo's at 100 HP and is probably just going to continue to respawn dudes.
Yeah, I'm not seeing very many of Scrub's Daimyos or Shogun. I would have expected him to use them quite a bit more.
I'm really surprised here that Green also hasn't gone for the factories. Like, he's kind of just going for villagers, which I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'd definitely take out the factories first because you can't rebuild them. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, at this point he's causing so much havoc. I mean, it's a good trade either way.
And those Eagle Runner Knights are up in front, putting in work, so we'll see how good they can do here. Lancers are hitting away, and now the factory is starting to get sieged.
Yeah, skirmishers actually have a 2x multiplier against Eagle Runner Knights, but with other cavalry units it's actually 1.5, so skirmishers are going to counter this super hard.
And there are a lot of Cassadors.
Yeah, so this is not a fight you want to take. You want to back off, let your ally make some artillery, and then come back in. Like, oh, look at that. Just slaughter.
Yeah, first Spain factory is down, second factory is about to go down.
Yeah. So if they can actually get in and take out the warrior priests and the town, the fire pit, then it's going to be really hard for Aztec here.
Yeah, that's the thing, right, is the fire pit is key.
Yeah, they are heavily reliant on that. Yeah, so Heartworm is just spawning all of his explorers. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, Castors are in a really good spot right now. I mean, this is just prime time for them. They have 2 fortified outposts behind it, too.
Yeah, no, that is not a mass you want to attack. You gotta back off from that.
So I'm trying to see...
he finally took out the Daimyo in the back of his base.
Yeah. Clemson here really needs to research immigrants to get that population back up. It's stuck at 130 right now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh man, Samurai going into the fire pit. They have found it.
Well, that is really unfortunate.
He needs to siege it. He needs to siege it. He's just fighting it. I think he
but look at that mass. Oh, that is intense.
So many units coming out.
Yeah, I gotta say though, I think that Scrubs and Heartworm are taking the more cost-effective trades here. So I don't really think this is sustainable for Danzel.
Yeah, it's all he's got right now.
Oh, but he's got some heavy cannons. That's pretty cool. But Danzel does have a big mass up now, so they could potentially push back this attack, but I don't think it'll last forever.
Yeah, there's a lot of units out from Aztec. What in the world? 250, baby. That's Aztec for you.
Oh, he called in his big buttons, probably.
He has called them in. About 108.42.
108.42. Wait, 108.42? I'm at 110.40.
I'm at 108. Yeah, you're flying. You're in the future, bro.
Yeah, how did I get so far ahead?
You gotta take a timeout. You gotta take a timeout. We'll catch up. I was kind of looking. I was like, where are these heavy cannon at? But we're about to find out, apparently. Oh, there they are. Spain has just sent them in.
Oh, sorry. Spoilers, everyone.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if this has happened for you yet, but he took out both of Green's Daimyos and the Shogun. So Green is at very low unit mass right now, so if there's a time to push for them, it's right now.
I see. We just had 1 million mortars pop out of the Shogun.
Oh, okay. So I'm still a bit ahead of you.
You're still a bit ahead. This is a great counter, though. I mean, this is what Aztec is capable of, and that's why, you know, you play Treaty, it can be pretty dangerous playing against them early.
Yeah, if you can get some units in front of their Eagle Runner Knights, they can just pump out so much damage. They are very cost-effective.
Yeah, and we have the Jaguar Knights against the Samurai. That is great for them. This is some really good trades now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Jaguar Knights actually got buffed significantly in Isak. They have more attack and more hit points.
This is a big counter. So I'm at 110 right now. We're just moving up.
All right. In this matchup, Banderantes, the extra explorers, actually isn't super great because you're going against Lancers, and Lancers have the huge multipliers against infantry.
Yeah.
Still good, but not quite as good.
The counterattack is continuing. Immigrants is finally being researched by Clemson. He needs to start getting these villagers back out to get this EVGA rolling again.
Really got to spawn out those missionaries again. He's been playing for quite a while without them.
That's a good point. How long can they keep this momentum going? That's the question.
Hopefully for a while. Clemson is still looking good on resources. And if they can keep taking these cost-efficient trades, they might be able to take it back. Also, it looks like Japan... Actually, let me check his deck. Yeah, he does not have Bloody Harvest in this deck. So if they end up spawning a lot of light infantry, then it might be good for them, like skirmishers.
That's the Naginata card, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, for cavalry.
Yeah, the extra damage against light infantry.
Churches coming up from Clemson. We're at 111 right now, 111.20.
Alright.
So the church is coming up. Hopefully getting that unction out. And Lancers kind of putting some work in on the side, kind of side forward base from green here. So a lot of fronts coming out, and Naginatas are coming out too. So man, these are some intense. It's going all over the place. The World War has begun.
Yeah. It's too bad Green hasn't used his explorers more, because he did send in Stream of Enlightenment, so they could be doing some seriously good work against the Aztecs, especially.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. We'll see if he brings them down at some point. They are continuing to push forward. This momentum is carrying them up. There's a lot of momentum coming here.
Yeah.
There are a few Portuguese mortars, though, on the far west, putting in some work against the rest of Spain's economy, whatever he had left there. So that is happening.
It looks like they're going to have to keep migrating towards the east, and hopefully Scrubs and Heartworm won't find their economy out there.
Yeah, here come the Mace, man. The Mace are throwing away. They throw so fast. And wow, man, they are just... this Aztec army is slicing.
Yeah, it would have been nice if he had the Temple card for the Mace Sultan, because they get extra range and extra hit points. Like a lot of hit points, too.
Yeah, I just think it's one of those things he doesn't want to rely on too much. I guess he does have the infinite shipment, don't they? They do have the infinite shipment, so...
Yeah, I don't like to rely on that too much in the late game, because it takes so long to get in that you can't really... Like, it takes up a whole bunch of population that you don't want to have taken up.
Yeah, it's not like a native card.
Yeah, exactly, because they don't cost any population, which is why they're so much more effective.
And it looks like Red is sending in Hussar and Dragoons to the south. There is an intense press here. Meanwhile, and that's some really good. I mean, that's one of the things I like doing in free for all. Right, it's really effective to push multiple fronts. Then you can kind of control the battle a little more.
Yeah, get him when they're not looking. And it looks like Heartworm is actually using halberdiers. What an absolute mad lad!
Where's he at? Where's he at? Where?
I'm not sure if you've caught up to it yet, but he is making halberdiers inside of their base.
Where are we at here? Oh, they're coming in right now. Yeah, they're about to train up. That is a mad lad. I mean, I would. I mean, you have Lancers being spawned in, so definitely would play it.
But they're just so bad. Nobody uses them. They're terrible.
Good old Halbs, man. Good old Halbs. And so, I mean, Aztec has reached the base. They have reached the front. I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to push forward with Red pushing in here, but that is a very mighty push. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was good. It's kind of ironic. The people who use halberdiers the most are probably the Spanish, and they don't even have them as a unit.
Right? You got the card?
Yeah, you got Quatrefuge, I think it is.
Yeah. Which
is so good. It's so much fun.
It's extremely fun. The dance is under attack. Red is pressing into Danzel's dance here, and that's gonna end it.
Yeah, that is not looking good.
There's no way there's gonna be a counter there.
He's got to get that back up as soon as possible. Danzel's actually sent in, what's it called again? Fencing school already, and that actually makes War Priest train faster.
Oh, there you
go. So he can actually spawn them in really quick at this point in the game, but he's got to do it quick.
All right, we're gonna queue over.
Oh,
here
no
too.
way! No way!
What are you looking at?
Well, spoilers. I don't know if it's happened for you yet.
I don't know.
But look to the east.
That's what I'm looking at. You have orange?
What an absolute legend! He's back!
I know, he's back.
Torito's back!
I was literally just gonna say that. Like, I was actually just gonna say that as soon as you queued that up. When you watch the video, you're gonna see it. But here he comes. He's coming with rockets.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, and he's got thin red line in too. So they've got 405 hit points.
I love it. I love it. That is why you gotta eliminate your players. You gotta take out your players.
Yeah, if I was orange, I would have actually tried to go for green. Just take a bit of attention off of them.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
That would be fun.
I think he's just set on getting revenge at this point.
Yeah, probably. He came back. What a madman.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be it, right? You attack green. You make sure that they can't do any more advancing on blue and yellow, and then by the time maybe blue and yellow are close to green and red space, and you attack them.
Yeah, so if you can pull off a little 3v2, you might actually be able to pull this off. I think it might be possible. And then, like, you wait until Danzel and Clemson are super weak, go in for the killing blow, take him out, win by yourself. Boom.
Boom. It's that easy.
Well, it wouldn't be easy, but...
It sounds really easy.
It might be possible. Well, at this point, it's a little bit late. Oh, wow! I think they've deleted all their villagers, and they've started spawning in only military units.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I mean, Orange is getting hit hard here now.
Yeah.
Well, how is Orange's... I'm interested in his economy. Like, is he... I mean,
let's take a look.
He's got 54 villagers, so...
That's not bad.
I'm respected. I respect him.
But again, he's making muskets against a massive Garrosticha match. Or a mass, rather, so it's going to be very hard.
Yeah. Lancers are so good. I love how Clemson and Danzel just completely ignored their base being destroyed and came over here to take out Orange. Like, shows you where their focus is at.
Yeah, so things are looking pretty bad for them right now. So they're probably trying to get second place right now just for posterity's sake.
Yeah. And here, I mean, you have a million. Yeah, they're going all in over here. Going all in.
Yeah, no holds barred.
Man, that would have been amazing if Doritos would have actually pushed green. Can you imagine that?
That actually would have been legendary. Just push green, push red, try to take a little bit of their attention off of Danzel and Clemson.
Man.
He probably wouldn't have lasted long, but the 3v2 might have worked.
It could have. I mean, the thing is, right, is you just got to push them on multiple fronts to where they got to spread their units out.
Yeah, and spread their attention, too, because if somebody's trying to micro in two separate locations, that can seriously throw off their game.
Yeah. That'd be pretty bad. So red is coming in for the sweeper right now. He's coming in with the broom and mopping all this up. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, it looks like yellow and blue are just fully invested in taking out orange, which I don't blame them at this point, but that looks like it's going to be game for them.
Unfortunately, yes. That does not look super good.
So, I mean, you got to say, really well played by red and green. I mean, they played their cards right. They went up to 5, immediately attacked. So we'll have to see if they do something similar in the finals, but very ruthless group. Yeah,
they really blitzed teal and purple. Very quickly.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. That's the strategy I usually use in free-for-alls like this. Like, you boom up to Imperial, get your goon and mortar mass out, then you attack the next highest player.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, hats off to Orange here. He gets the award of making me proud, honestly. Very proud of him.
And Heartworm has just gotten Spies, so Spies is played. That's probably the nail in the coffin right there. But yeah, F in the chat for teal and purple. They just took the brunt of it early, and then orange and pink just didn't have enough upgrades at the time. Didn't have enough ready for them once the battle started.
Yeah, and countering the Eagle Knights is really hard if you're not super familiar with the Aztec roster.
Yeah,
because they almost look like just a ranged infantry. So you think, oh, you take them out with artillery or something. Yeah.
It's Aztec's biggest advantage, man. No one knows their unit type, so they can't be countered.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, you still got quite a bit of food and coin left. If you can throw up some barracks, maybe you can make like some quick raids in. Oh man, green and red must have spent thousands and thousands of wood on walls. They've walled up 2/3 of the map at this point.
It is literally 2/3 walled off. Yeah.
They are not taking any chances. This is incredible.
Chances. That's like SpongeBob right there. Is SpongeBob style play.
Yeah. Yeah, Scrubs and Heartworm get the SpongeBob award.
SpongeBob award, there you go. Danzel has played Spies. I think he's set on taking out Orange. That is amazing. Aztec just got Spies. That is awesome. Oh, man.
Wow.
It
looks like Clemson. It looks like Clemson probably tributed a bunch of resources to him.
That's gotta be
because his score just went up so much.
Everyone's just getting Spies now. Now Scrubs has Spies.
Mm-hmm.
They see Orange's little base here on the side. You have the eastern fort kind of outpost thing going on here. Gotta take care of that. Just gotta clean it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta say well played to Clemson and Danzel too. I just got caught off guard at the wrong time and had a really good counter push, but unfortunately their ecos just couldn't get going again.
Yeah, they were also a little bit too honorable in this game, I think. The ruthless play here is to ally with Dorito and Fritos and take out Heartworm and Scrubs and then fight it out for first place.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what the scores were like, but you gotta be thinking that they're pretty high once that started, so.
Yeah, Heartworm and Scrubs were quite a bit ahead. So, yeah, the ruthless move there is to try to 4v2 them.
4v2, you heard it here.
Yeah, but hats off to them doing the honorable thing. I like that a lot. Yeah.
So we'll have a very interesting final. I'm really excited to see how this goes down.
Yeah, I'm going to be fighting Scrubs once again in the final.
Once again. Scrubs is going to try to keep his title. I mean, I guess it's a different tourney, but still keep that FFA status.
Yeah, you got to keep that status. I wonder if he'll do the Pike Rush again. That would be pretty legendary.
Yeah, maybe you got a double Pike Rush coming for you.
A double Pike Rush?
Yeah. That
could you imagine?
They don't even go Imperial. They just go full H2, full Pikes, and just come in hot.
Yeah, double British. One goes Pike, one goes Mortar, or one goes Grenadier, rather.
Grens, oh man, that's good stuff. So it looks like Aztec and Spain here are trying to rebuild in the southeastern border, but there's too much cavalry meeting them there.
Yeah, he's trying to fight Hussars with Garestiches, which is not a fight you want to be taking. I guess it's not too bad since he's got the bigger mass, but yeah, you're going to be losing out on resources every time.
Yeah, Spanish Lancers just look better, so I'm rooting for them.
They do. They've got the swaggy shields.
I'm amazed. It looks so good. Like it actually is. It's perfect. I think they probably did that to make them look really good with the rods.
Yeah.
Imperial rods.
Oh yes, the Rodoleros. Their outfits are amazing as well.
Yeah. They're awesome.
I wish that they were better units, like actual usable units.
I agree. That is one of my hopes for DE. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, like I've played Spanish so many times. It used to be my favorite, but I've used rods like twice.
Yeah. Well, it's really funny because at the point of this reveal, what is this? This is coming out. Oh, so later this week is going to be a rod video. So it's great timing.
Oh, oh, fantastic.
That's perfect timing. You just queued it in there for us.
Yeah, there's like one situation where it's useful, and that's against like Germany in Age 2 because they don't have musketeers. But other than that, it's just so hard.
It was a 3v3, and I went rods, and the teammates went double cav.
Really?
It's a fun one, yeah, you'll have to see.
What did your enemies go? Because if I was against that, what would it be? I'd probably go crossbow and double musketeer.
I don't think they were expecting it, is the
Yeah.
answer. We'll see, though. So, Orange is out. Orange has finally died. Well played.
Yeah,
Orange.
rest in peace, Orange. You were my favorite.
Yeah, you did a great job. I was really hoping that you would attack green, but you know what? We're still pulling our hats off to you.
Yeah, hats off to you.
Tipping off our hats. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I really enjoyed watching that unfold. And it just shows you, man, if you keep someone alive in free for all, they're coming after you. You gotta take them out.
Really sad. But Clemson. Oh, you're probably not there yet.
He just resigned. Yep.
Yeah, Clemson has just resigned. So I think that spells the end for this game. Yeah, that's it. Danzel's out as well.
So really crazy game. Tar Desert always going crazy, and that is it. The record gameplay playback has finished. What a match.
Yeah, good game all. Everyone did fantastic.
And that's what I really like about these FFA tourneys is, normally everyone plays pretty well, so you just get to see some really good play. Some people get a little more fortunate than others. But yeah, everyone did great. Well, let's look at the post game. Let's check these stats.
Yeah, so Heartworm just came out far on top with most resources gathered, and he was even missing 1 or 2 economic shipments, which that's a bit crazy to me. Food economy, fantastic. Coin economy as well. And then Scrubs was next.
Yeah, so no big surprise there. I mean, look at it, though. Clemson Fan and Danzel, they had Clemson Fan had 30,000, but Danzel was close there, too. And they didn't have villagers for at least, 20 minutes.
Yeah, so if we go to the timeline,
yeah,
like even in the timeline, you can see that the Portuguese player was Heartworm was like far ahead for the whole game.
Yeah.
Although it looks like Clemson was on a bit of an uptick, so he may have intersected with Heartworm at some point.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see this military unit pop from Aztec here. Oh yeah, look at that. That's awesome.
All right, military. Oh yeah, 198 at one point. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then if you look at all resources gathered, you can just see the Portuguese economy pull through, especially compared to Japan. There, wow, that's something else.
Yeah, Japan is just not as strong economically as a lot of people think they are. They have a good boom, but their late game economy just is subpar.
Yeah, it's a mid-game eco, right? Like once they hit age 4, they can get that shrine upgrade.
They really peak in age 3 when they get that double 7 bill shipment and get all their shrines out.
It's my favorite shipment. It's so fun to send in. You just
very good.
I age up to age 3. Here come the 2 villager shipments. Matched with anyone now. Like we're good to go.
Yeah, it is very good.
So very fun game. I just want to look at the units killed. Look at the military. Just kind of see what we got going on here. 1,000 musketeers from Dorito. What a guy.
Wow.
What a guy.
Wow, 1,000 musketeers. They made more than the Russian did.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at the units killed here from both
Clemson
and Danzel. Their KD of 1,700 to 10. Oh my goodness.
Clemson got 2-1. That's insane.
Wow.
I guess he was making a lot of Lancers though, which are very expensive.
I mean, it shows you though how if they had eco, I think they could have carried through, but just wasn't enough. Yeah,
they sort of got blitzed really quickly.
Yeah, Scrubs, I mean, 1200 to 1000. You know, they're about 1 KD right there. So that's
Yeah.
really interesting. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. If they had not gotten blitzed and maybe focused on uh, Heartworm and Scrubs a little bit earlier, I think they may have been able to trade cost effectively there.
Yeah. Some
Yeah, it's
good
just so hard
stuff.
because they're yeah, yeah, so
Um,
hard in that matchup.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you joining in, and good luck to you in the finals. Everyone's looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's going to be a really interesting final.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We got a lot of strong Portuguese players going into this too. So
Yeah, I'm
we'll
curious
see
to see
if
who's going to play it.
yeah, we'll see if that's still picked, and if we have some out of the box tactics. So thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Hmm.
Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Take care.